This scheme offers access to pension scheme that is payable. See, this is better for the people, for the senior citizen to receive the amount of benefit either monthly, annually or quarterly basis for their life. In the particular retirement savings here, we have three concepts. One is National Pension Scheme and the Public Provident Fund. And next we have here Atal Pension Yojana. If you want, you can invest more, but the tax benefits you can get only up to 50,000, and you're going to receive the amount only after the age of 60. Warm welcome to all 4th Sem BBA students. I'm Professor Rajesh L.R. from Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. We are into the second part of financial education and investment awareness. In our previous part, we learned about the basic concepts of finance, banking, economics. In this concept, we are going to learn how to invest, why to invest, what are the different products are there, and what are the retirement schemes are there, and how it is going to be benefited for us in the life. So this is a concept we are going to learn, which even supports you people for the examination and even for your future life to lead them easily. The agenda of the session are key points of financial planning and 5 reasons why we have to invest. What are the different products we have, retirement schemes and investment objectives. So in the financial planning is nothing but it is a fundamental exercise we have to do here. I have to plan now itself for my future. If I want to plan now itself, what is the amount is required for me in the later cases? Like for example, after the age of 50 or 60 years, what is the amount is required for me? For what purpose it is required? And how much it is required for me? If I invest or save money, how it is going to support for my future life? So based keeping all these things in my mind, I have to make a plan here properly. That is for an individual. In the same way, for the business people, they have to plan in such a way that when they require amount, for what purpose they require amount, how much they require amount, whether the capital amount is required, whether they have such amount of savings in the form of reserves, or whether they have to borrow the amount from the public or from the market here. Like different concepts has to be made here where it supports them to reach their goal. What are the major reasons are there for us why we have to invest? To keep money safe means instead of keeping the money in the home, there will be no safety for us. At least if I keep in the bank, my amount is safe and nobody can steal that money or nothing will happen to my money. If I have that kept in my savings bank account, at least I'll be getting a nominal rate of interest. Next one, to help money grow means if I invest that amount in the deposits, either it may be savings deposit or recurring deposit, or it may be fixed deposit where certain amount of benefit will be added for that one. And next, to earn the steady stream of income. After 45 years, after my retirement, either it may be 45 years or 50 years or 60 years, after that, after to lead my life, I require certain monthly amount, at least to take care of myself for my health issues. At least if I am getting some amount for my medical expenditure, that's enough for me. One or the other thing, it has been supported in my life. Now, what is the steady income I require after the age of 60 when I'm not in a position to work in any place? So for that reason, I have to plan in such a way that how much amount is to be kept aside for my future purposes and why it is required after my age of 60, after my retirement, to lead my retirement life easily without hurdles and without depending on other people. So now I have to plan now itself what is the amount has to be kept aside and how it is going to be benefited for me. Like that, for that a person can invest in the pension schemes, provident fund schemes, or in any other sectors, either it may be shares or debentures, whatever it may be, that one which supports all our individuals. To meet your financial goals means now at the age of 23 or 24, if I decide that one, at the age of 28, I want to buy a car. At the age of 29, I want to buy a house. At the age of 30, I want to go for a long trip, for a relaxation. Either maybe a world tour I want to go. For this are the things what I'm planning for the future year. For those things, I require some financial aspect. This is the financial goal is nothing but what are the amount is required for my at different intervals, and for purpose it is required for me, and how much it is required. So I have to estimate and to keep it now itself aside. And if I want to get married, what is the amount it is required for my marriage? Or like this, for each and everything, the finance is required in your future life, either for your education or to settle your life in the business sector, or in the concept of enjoying your life, or if you want to settle your life in the form of having your own property in your name, the car and home, or any other benefits, whatever you're thinking, whatever you have in your mind. For that, you require to plan now itself what should be the amount kept aside for my future benefits, and to save up for retirement. Already said you that after my retirement, I should not depend on any 1 year where I have to lead my life with my income only to pay the rent and for the food what is required for me, and to take care of my medical expenses. These are the major three things I require in my retirement life, and where I should not depend on any person here, either on my children or any third party or any on the other dependents. Like I should not depend on any person here. For that reason, we have to plan in such a way that how much amount has to be saved, where to save, how to save, and what benefit I'll receive, whether I'm going to receive monthly benefit or quarterly benefit or half yearly or annually, whether my retirement benefit will be huge amount can be received at the time of retirement only. After receiving that amount, where to invest, how to receive till my last breath is there. Like this, I have to check that one. These are the things why I require to save money or to investment money for the purpose of safety. Second one, to increase my amount of availability, to have the steady income by sitting in the home without doing any work. If I'm getting a benefit every month of 50,000 to 1 lakh, why should I have to go and work when I have the source of income, regular income I'm going to get? Like this, if you are thinking that. Or to minimize the burden of taxes, means if I want to reduce the payment of tax, like for example, where I have to pay the tax here, 1 lakh rupees is the tax I have to pay. Instead of paying 1 lakh tax, if I want to reduce that one, how to reduce the tax to be paid here? Like I can invest in NSC, National Savings Schemes, and even I can invest in the bonds or insurance, where under Section 80C, there'll be benefit will be given for the persons to reduce their income and to pay tax less on the income earned by them for the retirement benefits, as well as to reduce the burden of tax. The next part, what we have here, so what are the different products are there for savings? The first savings is bank saving. I can save the money. To have the better safety of my money, I have to save that money in the banking sector in the form of savings deposit, in the form of fixed deposit, in the form of recurring deposit. Each and every deposit will yield a certain amount of benefit for the deposit made here. Savings deposits will get normal rate of return. Fixed deposits will get based on the investments made for the time, either it is 45 days or 10 years based on that. And if I'm a normal age person or I'm a senior person, based on my age criteria, I'm going to get the benefit here. So bank savings is the better savings for any individual, where there'll be no reduction in the deposited amount, only they'll be getting the benefits if they deposit on the right product at the right time at the right place. And next we have here plenty of government schemes are there. We don't know that one which scheme supports us or which scheme is better for us. In this session, we are going to learn the schemes which will support and which even supports for to reduce the taxation under section 80C as per income tax of 1961, whatever we have here. The first savings product what we have under the government is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. In the scheme, the main concept of the government was Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, means for the purpose of women category. Beti Bachao means safeguard the life of the girl and even educate all the girls are in the society where they can lead their life without any hurdles. For those concepts, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi sir has introduced the scheme which was launched in the year 2015, which supported plenty of people in the society today. And here, the minimum amount what I can save, the minimum amount I can investment in the scheme is 1,000 to a maximum of 1.5 lakh per annum, where I have to invest this amount for a period of, the scheme is operative for 21 years from the date of opening. Means from the date of opening up to the age of 21 years, I can deposit this money. Later, it is going to yield such a benefit for the investor, for the woman category, which they should not depend on any person only. So this is the benefit what we have. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, benefit for the girls for their future life. And the other benefit for the investor, you can get the benefit under section 80C under the Income Tax Act of 1961 for the amount of savings made in this scheme. The next scheme what we have here, National Savings Certificate. This is the scheme which are issued by the Postal Department, and here also there is no minimum amount at all, and they can invest even in the multiples of 100, and even they can start from the 100. And if they invest rupees 100, after 8.5 years, the amount of 100 will be or may become 170 rupees. Means after 8.5 years, they're going to give 70 rupees additional benefit. And this can be planned in such a way that, for example, assume that if my age is 45 years and my retirement age is 60 years, now I can plan in such a way that every month, if I invest 3,000 rupees, I'm going to receive after 8.5 years certain amount from the government here. So that can be used for my, after the retirement age, I can use that amount for my medical expenditure for any certain purpose, which reduces my burden on where I'm depending on the people here. So this supports me. Now, if I invest 3,000, that's enough for me. Or whether I have to invest 4,000 or 5,000, means after 9 years, I'm going to get the benefit here, not immediately. If I do like this, if I purchase the NSC from the age of, for example, 30 years up to 60 years. If I purchase NSC every month, 3,000, starting from the age of 30 up to the 60 years, for me, the return starts from the age of 39 years. Every month, I'm going to receive certain amount of income from the government, which shows me steady income I'm receiving from the government, where I should not depend on any other people here. And if I plan in such a way, the same concept here for my future aspects, like for example, if I'm a married person and if I have a kid, now for their education purpose, we have to plan in such a way that in today's market, the investment on education is more when compared to earlier years. For that reason, if I plan in such a way that so where I can support my children for their education without any hurdles here. For example, for a newborn baby, if I start investing every month 10,000, so for a period of 10 years, from the age of 9 years to the kid. So next 10 years, the kid is going to receive every month a certain amount of benefit. It may be 15,000 to 16,000 per month they're going to receive. See, how much have invested? 10,000, and the kid is going to receive 17,000 approximately after 9 years. After 9 years, every month. So it is going to support their education, where they can invest that amount for their education without any hurdles. They can train them, they can guide them for their future benefits. Now, parents, if they think in such a way that when investing their money in the national schemes which supports even their life or even their children education or even their after retirement age. So now, whether this scheme should be utilized for the retirement benefit, or this can be utilized for the purpose of education of your children or to the future purpose, you can plan in such a way. And even if I invest in the NSC, again, it is going to support for my income tax. Like, for example, I can submit these documents and I can get the benefit under Section 80C deduction every year, and which reduces my total income, and where I can pay tax less to the government here. And we are going to get the benefit of savings. In the same time, it is going to reduce the burden of tax for all the individuals. The next scheme what we have here, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. This is a scheme what was introduced by our Honorable Prime Minister to get the benefit for all the people. This scheme was introduced for the basic banking service like savings account, deposit account, insurance, pension account, and to the Indian citizen. Means this was launched to support for the services for the savings account, deposit account, insurance, pension, and so on to the Indian citizen. Only for citizen of India, they're going to get the benefit. The government of India aimed to provide easy access to financial services such as savings and deposit accounts, remittance, insurance, credit, pension to the poor and needy per section of our society. Like this, they have started the scheme, and the minimum age to enter the scheme was 10 years. At the age of 10 years, I have to enter here. Otherwise, the Indian resident over the age of 18 years is eligible to open this account. See, either the age criteria should be 10 years, or even the person who has attained the age of 18 years, even he can open this account and is eligible. And any individual can exit the scheme after reaching the age of 60 years. I can start by investing the amount in the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which there is no limit of age here, but it's for investing the amount here. But for exiting, I can exit after the age of 60, which is going to get the benefit for me. Next one. Next scheme what we have here, Prime Minister Vay Vandana Yojana. This investment scheme is meant for the senior citizen. This is for senior citizen, where they may get, on a present scenario, the scheme may get guaranteed of 7.4% returns on the investment, whatever they made. This is in the present scenario and the present situation. They may get this one. After, in the future, there may be fluctuation for the investment sector. For the present investors, they may receive 7.4% per annum. This scheme offers access to pension scheme that is payable. See, this is better for the people, for the senior citizen to receive the amount of benefit either monthly, annually, or quarterly basis for their life, to lead their life. So this is the scheme is benefit for the investors to think for their retirement. And next we have here gold bonds. This is the scheme which was introduced in the year November 2015, and its main is that one for the controlling of the gold of the country, and it is a gold based concepts, and where they'll be getting the for to reduce the movement of the gold from one country to other country, or movement of the gold, to reduce that one. They thought that one will start a gold bonds, or the documents which supports the investors to save their money on this investment. And the next concept what we have here, retirement savings. In the particular retirement savings here, we have three concepts. One is National Pension Scheme and the Public Provident Fund And next we have here Atal Pension Yojana. These are the three schemes are there which supports our future benefits. If I plan in such a way that when we can get the benefit of our retirement life without any hurdles in the future. In that first one we have here National Pension Scheme is one of the famous scheme offered by Government of India. This is the famous scheme what we have in our country. It is a retirement saving scheme open to all the Indians. See, it is open to all the Indians, the scheme, and it is not, there is no restrictions, but mandatory for all government employees. They're saying that one, the scheme is open for all, but for government employees, it is compulsory. It aims to provide retirement income to the citizen of India, Indian citizen, and NRIs in the age group of 18 to 60 can subscribe to the scheme. They're saying that from the age of 18 years up to 60 years, I can get the benefit of National Pension Scheme to open that, but my returns will be after the age of 60. Under NPS scheme, you can allocate your funds in equity, corporate, bonds and government securities. Investments made up to 50,000 are liable for deduction under section 80 CCD. They're saying that when you can invest the amount every year in the scheme up to 50,000, you'll get the tax benefits. If you want, you can invest more, but the tax benefits you can get only up to 50,000, and you're going to receive the amount only after the age of 60. Additional investment up to 1,50,000 are tax deductible under section 80C of the Income Tax Act. They're saying that when you can get the benefit of 50,000 for this investment and other investments where you can get up to 1,50,000, total of 1,50,000 savings, you can get the tax benefit under section 80C. 80CCD is different from 80C. So here I may get up to 2 lakhs savings tax benefits I can get over here. The next one we have here, Public Provident Fund. This is a scheme is introduced by the government for individual who is not working in any organization. For a normal citizen can open a Public Provident Fund account in the nationalized bank, and he can deposit a minimum amount of 1,000 and a maximum amount of 75,000 per annum. If we invest in the Public Provident Fund from the age of 18 years up to the age of 60 years, after 60 years, the person can receive the amount in a lump sum amount he can receive, or he can get that amount benefited either on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, half-yearly basis, how the investor is going to prefer. Based on his preferences, the government is going to refund the amount after the age of 60 for his retirement life. See, either he can invest in the National Pension Scheme or he can invest in the Public Provident Fund. The maximum amount he can invest in the scheme is 75,000 per annum. Again, the amount whatever he invested here, he can get the benefit of tax under section 80C under the income tax of 1961. The next scheme what we have here, Atal Pension Yojana. This is the social security scheme launched by the Government of India for all the workers on our organized sector, the people who are working in the labor area, construction area, or the people who are working as a daily wage earners. For those people, this scheme was started, and this account is eligible to apply the scheme. It is launched to the encourage individual from the weaker section, and this scheme was introduced for the age of 18 to 40 years only, and where they can invest their money in multiples of 100, or they can invest up to the age of 60, and later at least they'll be getting certain amount of benefit guaranteed with compounded interest which supports their life. And if a person is not eligible to work after the age of 45, at least some amount of benefit is getting to lead his life. Instead of having to depend for food, cloth and shelter on others, he can control all these three: food, cloth and shelter with his own income. The next, what are the main objective are there? in our investment. There are three objectives are there: growth, income, and growth and income. My concept is here to invest the money to increase my investment. That is a growth concept. Income means my concept is here to invest the money to earn something from that one. And next one, I want to earn, and the same time my amount has to be increased here. There's a three concept why a person wants to invest certain money on the shares or debentures or bonds or in these schemes, whatever we have here. Thank you to all my dear students in today's sessions. Really, we have learned such a concept called retirement savings, what we have here, and why we have to invest the money and where to invest, how it supports, and which were the schemes were introduced by Government of India, and how it supports for your tax as well as for your future life, which supports not only for your education purpose, the things whatever we have discussed here. This may support you people to write your examination very smoothly, and even in the same time, it supports your future life after 60. I should not depend on others. It gives an idea for you what to do and how to do it and how to get benefited in each part of the benefits what we have in the present society. Thank you to all.